Ni hao and hello and welcome to a great new semester at Virginia Tech here in spring 2016. But what I want to give you a quick chat about is an even more awesome opportunity that's going to happen this summer 2016 at Virginia Tech, and that is what is possibly the best study abroad of all time, called the Landscape of China, that myself and a couple other awesome Virginia Tech professors will be leading starting May 18th to July 2nd. That's 6 full weeks exploring all across China, exploring the business landscape, the cultural landscape, the historical landscape, and indeed the wine landscape, because you know that's what I'm all about here in the Department of Geography. So we're going to fly to Shanghai on the 19th, and we'll start our 6 weeks of exploration. Just to give you a little heads up of how it's going to work in the 6-week program, party in Shanghai for a couple days, then go to the USTC, that's the University of Science and Technology of China, in Hefei in Anhui Province. That's inland from Shanghai, where we'll be camped out for the better part of a month, and you'll have daily classes Monday through Friday on Chinese language, Chinese culture, Chinese history, Chinese geography, Chinese business, and indeed even some classes on wine. Now, it's not as if you just go to China to take classes. No, you go to China to take classes on Chinese stuff from Chinese people. There'll be local instructors there to give us the real deal on what's going on in the most vibrant, happening economy on planet Earth here in the 21st century. And it's not just a classroom experience. We'll be taking field trips that whole first month too, going to all sorts of cool places in Nanjing, in Beijing, the capital. We're probably going to go to the Great Wall, the Forbidden City. We're definitely going to do some hiking in the sacred Yellow Mountains. Oh my gosh, I love that landscape. We're going to see giant Buddha temples, great walls in different places, ancient tombs, awesome dagobahs. We're going to see all kinds of great stuff all across China just on the weekends, on those weekend excursions. But then the last 2 weeks is when it gets real, and we get real about wine, because the last 2 weeks is a trek across mostly northern China, really kind of following the ancient Silk Road, but with China's newest commodity on this road, and that is wine. We're going to be exploring China's newfound and vibrant and wildly growing wine industry. China is set to become the world's biggest consumer of wine, probably in the next 5 to 10 years. China is set to become the world's biggest producer of wine in the next decade or two. And they're not just making plonk average wines. They kind of are right now, but they're also making really fabulous great wine. So it's going to be a study of terroir, of wine production, of the landscapes that are growing this great wine and the mediocre wine and all the wines in between, and the business of wine. And we're going to be doing this right at the inception of this industry. It's a really exciting time to get in there and look at this stuff, because nobody's done this yet. That's why it's the most exciting study abroad happening at Virginia Tech. So we're going to see a whole bunch of great stuff the first month, learn a whole bunch of stuff that's going to serve you well for the rest of your lives in a US-China dominated world. And then we're going to learn about history and culture and all these other things. And then we're going to go learn about wine in the field, visiting vineyards, visiting wineries, talking to people right there on the scene about their stuff. Now, we're going to do this as like I said, as a travel across the northern part of China, following the Silk Road. We're going to go to Gansu province, right in the middle of the country. It's near Inner Mongolia, I think. Some really crazy landscapes there. The Ningxia province as well. That's where some of the highest end super refined wines are being produced. Hundreds of millions of dollars of investment have flowed into central China, into these areas, to make some top quality wines. And then we're going to follow it all the way east to the Shandong province, just outside Beijing, where the bulk wine industry is located. And we're going to go to wineries there as well and talk to folks. And we're even going to go to a brewery or two, because, hey, it's all in the same ballpark of knowledge. The Tsingtao Brewery, maybe you've heard of, China's most famous beer. It's like the Budweiser of China. We're going to go to that brewery too. So a whole lot of action going on. 6 weeks, 9 credits towards your awesome VT degree. And it's going to cost, I don't know, somewhere between $8,000 to $9,000. Whoa, wait a minute. People immediately say, $9,000? That's crazy expensive. That's too expensive. I can't afford that. You can't afford not to go, my friends. Think about 6 weeks of travel, seeing a variety of awesome things from across this giant, awesome country, and getting 9 credits. That includes meals and travel and everything. And 9 credits? That's like the cheapest deal ever. Never for the rest of your life will you go to a foreign country and see so much, and it only costs $9,000. And you get the insider track of what's going on in different places and talking to folks and meeting new folks. This is the real deal, and it's a deal you're not going to want to miss. Deal of the century here in China's century, the 21st century. Are you interested? Hope so. If so, here's a website. We only have about another week to enroll people to make this thing happen. Here's all the details. Check out the itinerary and the cost and the breakdown and all that stuff. Hit up your folks. You need an early graduation present. You need a late Christmas present. This is the present you want to request. And for those interested, there is an information meeting about it tonight, January 26th, 6:30 p.m. in Pamplin, 2002, where my good friends Reed Kennedy and Paul Hoover will answer all of the questions you might have about this trip. And hit me up directly if you have any questions about anything as well. Hope to see you there tonight. Hope to see you in Central China. Hope to see you in the vineyards of China this summer. Party on.